Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, I want you to picture this. Imagine you're just hanging out outside on a perfect sunny afternoon. The sky is a bright, clear blue, birds are singing, and everything feels, well, completely normal. Then, without any warning whatsoever, the sun just vanishes. It doesn't explode, it doesn't slowly burn out over millions of years, it just disappears. Blip, gone. So what would actually happen? You might be wondering, does Earth instantly freeze solid? Do we immediately fly off into deep space? I mean, would humanity even survive? Well, to figure this out, we get to use the ultimate cheat codes to the universe, the laws of physics. And trust me, the answers are way more surprising than most people realize. So let's dive right in and explore exactly what would unfold. Chapter 1, the 8-minute light delay. The very first incredibly fascinating point in this scenario is really all about cosmic timing. If the sun vanished right this second, nobody on Earth would even know anything had happened. We wouldn't just be plunged into darkness immediately. And to understand why, we really have to look at the sheer, mind-boggling scale of our solar system. The sun is located about 150 million kilometers or 93 million miles away from Earth. That gap of space is so massive that if you could somehow drive a car to the sun at highway speeds, it would take you over 150 years just to get there. Now, as you probably know, light is the universe's ultimate speed limit. It zooms through space at an absolutely unbelievable 300,000 kilometers per second. But because that 150 million kilometer distance is so vast, even something moving as unimaginably fast as light still needs time to cross it. It isn't instantaneous at all. Because of this cosmic speed limit, the sun's last rays of light would actually continue traveling toward us even after the sun itself disappeared. This means for exactly 8 minutes and 20 seconds, daylight would continue. The sky stays perfectly blue, and Earth just keeps doing exactly what it was doing. We would be completely, blissfully unaware that our star was gone. Chapter 2, Gravity and the Great Drift. Okay, here is a mind-blowing physics fact for you. Gravity doesn't act instantly either. It actually moves at the exact same speed as light. So for those first 8 minutes, Earth stays comfortably right in its normal orbit. But when that time is up, well, there's a huge myth that we'd instantly get sucked into a black hole or face some sudden violent destruction. The reality is quite different. The sun's gravity is basically the invisible tether keeping Earth moving in a nearly circular orbit. Once that 8-minute and 20-second mark hits, that gravitational pull simply vanishes. Instead of falling inward, Earth would just shoot off in a straight line. This is Isaac Newton's law of motion in action. You've probably heard it called inertia. Think of swinging a ball on a string around your head. If you suddenly let go of the string, the ball doesn't keep going in a circle, right? And it doesn't fly back at you. It flies off in a straight line. Without the sun's gravity acting as that string, pulling us into an orbit, there's absolutely no force turning our path into a circle. Earth would become a rogue planet, drifting endlessly out into the dark, uncharted territory of interstellar space. Chapter 3, The Deep Freeze begins. Once those 8 minutes and 20 seconds are up, the final rays of sunlight finally hit us. And then, instant darkness. The sun disappears from the sky. The moon vanishes too, because remember, it only shines by reflecting the sun's light. The blue sky instantly fades to black, suddenly revealing all the stars right in the middle of the day. And with the light gone, temperatures plummet fast. Within just a single week, the average surface temperature of our planet drops below minus 17 degrees Celsius, or about 1 degree Fahrenheit. And it definitely doesn't stop there. Within a year, those average temperatures plunge to around minus 73 degrees Celsius. That's minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The entire world becomes an absolute icebox. This extreme cold and absolute darkness would trigger a massive, rapid ecosystem collapse. Without sunlight, the amazing process of photosynthesis instantly stops dead in its tracks. Plants die within days. And without living plants, the production of oxygen slowly begins to decrease, meaning the entire surface food chain, which relies heavily on plant life at its very base, completely shatters. The impact on our oceans would be equally dramatic, but with a really fascinating twist. The oceans would gradually freeze, but they'd actually do so from the surface downward. Because a thick layer of ice is an incredibly good insulator, it acts almost like a giant winter coat, protecting the deep water underneath. This means liquid water could actually remain deep beneath the ice for a very, very long time, offering a tiny glimmer of hope for some life forms. Chapter 4, Surviving the Darkness. So what about us? While the surface freezes and life up there faces literally impossible odds, once agriculture totally fails, humanity's only hope would be to dig down. Scientists believe that small communities of humans could potentially survive by relocating to deep underground shelters. Down there, we could utilize nuclear energy or tap into geothermal heat, that's the warmth radiating from the Earth's own interior, to stay alive. And we actually already see this kind of survival in nature. Scientists have found extraordinary microorganisms living around deep-sea hydrothermal vents, completely thriving without a single drop of sunlight. Life, even human life, could potentially adapt to the deep, dark underground. Chapter 5. 5 billion more years. Okay, let's all take a collective breath here. This doomsday scenario of a vanishing sun is purely a thought experiment to help us learn about the incredible physics of our universe. You know, how light travels, how gravity works, and how our ecosystems are perfectly balanced. It's really not something we need to worry about happening today. The incredible truth is that our sun is a highly stable star. According to scientists, it's expected to continue shining brilliantly and holding our planet safely in its gravitational pull for about 5 billion more years. Our orbit and our sunlight are completely secure. There's a saying that every sunrise is more extraordinary than it seems, because every great discovery begins with curiosity. So tomorrow morning, when you see the sunrise, I really want you to remember this thought experiment. Think about the epic 150 million kilometer journey that the light and gravity just took, racing through space at 300,000 kilometers per second just to reach you. It makes our everyday existence and just feeling the simple warmth on your face seem like an absolute miracle. And I'll leave you with this final thought to ponder as we wrap up this explainer. Knowing how absolutely vital these invisible, silent forces of light and gravity are to literally everything we do, what else in our vast universe is secretly shaping your life right now? Keep asking questions, keep looking up, and stay curious.